Hey guys, today's video is going to be about making a fishing video. So let's get started.
Cookie, what are you doing? Eat you.
Okay, we're back. We went out there, got some good footage, caught a couple fish. Now the other part of the YouTube, the back end side of it. So now we got to get all that footage onto our computer system so then we can start doing all the editing and so forth. So I'm going to convert over to an on-screen program. I use what's called Open Broadcaster software as the program which records my screen, so you basically see what I see on the screen, not this viewable. And then a conversion program called Free FLV to MP4, because the way it saves it as a FLV format, but YouTube or the editing software can't read that, so it has to convert that to an MP4. But that's the two programs I use there. Lots of them to choose from, free, no big deal. So anyways, let me switch over and you can start. See, I'm gonna take the physical cards out of the GoPros. Got a little adapter, stick them in there, stick them into my laptop, and I'm just gonna download them to a file folder. So check this out. Okay, so I've got the card installed there. This is my SD card. So I'm gonna open up the camera files. I'm going to select all of them. I'm not even going to look at them. I just want to get the bulk of them just on my computer hard drive. Makes things a little bit faster. So I'm going to copy it. Then I'm going to do, I've got an open folder already for it. I called it YouTube Fishing number 4, which is this video. Then I'm going to paste it and it's going to download. Okay, all those files have downloaded. They're all in this YouTube Fishing 4 file. So now I'm going to open up GoPro Studios. Now the software that I use, this GoPro Studio, is very, very basic. It's equivalent to Windows Movie Maker, or if you have a Apple, it would be iMovie. Just very basic, can do just core basic things, but that's more than enough for the video style that I do, which is just plain basic. If you want a lot of special effects and a lot of all that ritzy glamour stuff, then you got to go for the better programs. But for the stuff that I use it for, cutting the videos down, adding a little bit of text, adding some music if I want to, zoom in and out, that type of thing, color edits, the GoPro Studio does all of that, and it keeps it somewhat simple. It is a little buggy sometimes, so there's a little tricks about it, but otherwise it works fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to import the new files. I'm going to go to my YouTube Fishing 4 file where all my stuff is located, and then I'm going to pull all the GoPro stuff. I'm going to select it all and I'm going to open it up, and it's going to take a quick second here to load up. Alright, now all my files that I'm going to do to make this video are sitting over here in the import new file section, so that's everything that has to do with this video is in there now. Now this program allows you to go video by video and cutting off the beginning and the end to kind of shorten the videos down, but the viewer isn't very smooth and it's real blotchy, so I don't even worry about it. I basically just select everything. And I could cut down quite a bit because I'm not going to use a lot of this footage, but once I did the select all, yep, got everything, then I'm going to add selected to conversion list. And what the program's going to do is convert all those files into a usable format that it can do to allow me to start editing. So wait for that to transfer from the left side to this conversion list. Okay, so it's transferred everything to the conversion list, so that's all my files just shifted from the left to the right side because we want everything. Now I'm just going to hit convert all, and it's going to go to work, and this is the part that's going to take a while. I would say probably a solid hour, if not longer. Okay, the rendering is done since everything's been converted, so we can go proceed to step 2. Looks like the similar screen. You could do some preset templates. I just use a blank template and create everything myself. Now it looks all the same setup, but now we have all the little menus to change things, and then the step 2 edit. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pick the videos and put them in our screen here. So, or our timeline. So I'm just going to go ahead and select all of them. And I'm going to drag them and drop them and place the videos. So that's our timeline that has all our videos in just the order that it was saved in. Now we're going to go through. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save this, because in case there's some problem with it, I can always go back to this starting point as my backup. So I'm going to save project as, and I'm going to call it YouTube Fishing 4, so it matches. Alright, so if any problems happen, I can always go back to this point. Now I'm going to go through and edit some of these videos, and I'm going to cut out all the fat. Just some of the, basically it's just a lot of these video parts are just dead ones that I'm not going to use. I'll just delete those, and this is just basically going to be the rough cut. So if you wanted to delete a whole file, you could right click and it gives you the option to cut it, and then it's gone, or you could move it and paste it somewhere else if you wanted to. But that's the one way of getting rid of it. If it's just segments that you want to get rid of, then you could play it and I'll start. So let's say I want to stop right there and I want to cut out all that beginning stuff. I use this tool to mark in, and that eliminates everything to the left. Or if I go for a little while and I want to get rid of everything else after that, I hit the right hand mark out, and that eliminates everything on the back side. Another good tool is this splitting. This split the clip. So let's say I get started there, and I want to use both of them, maybe in a different order, whatnot. Oops. Let me go back. Alright, so let's say I want to split right there. By splitting it, it creates it into 2 separate sections. So now I could edit this one, I can edit this one, I could go a little bit more, cut it off. So this first part is just going to be all that splicing and cutting and getting rid of the fat. So I'm going to go through that, and you can check back and see what I ended up with. Alright, we've finished all of our edits, so I've edited everything down to just the core video basically. Now there's a couple of special effects stuff that I'm going to do. For one, there's a section where I drove my motorcycle from my house to the fishing spot. So I did the whole drive. So all I want to do is I'm going to use the speed function to increase the speed on that, so you're not having to sit through the traffic and having to sit waiting for lights. And that'll cut the video down to make it a little bit more watchable. The other thing I'm going to do is, because that the volume audio part of that goes away when you speed it up, at least in this program, I'm going to add some music in there just to give it some background, so you're just not listening to dead air. And then the third thing I'm going to do in this video is that I'm going to do some color adjustments using the image controls and my presets for sharpening the image, color correcting, and so forth of all the different frames there to make it just a little bit sharper and more defined. And that should basically do it, but let me go ahead and knock that out real quick and we'll check it out. I'm just going to use this one section to do pretty much all the edits so you can kind of see how it works. So I've selected this file. One of the things that I have is some preset color adjustments, so I'm going to use this one, and you can see how it sharpened everything up, darkened it, lightened, gotten the colorations better, so it's a lot more defined. It's a lot cleaner looking. Then I want to speed it up so you can see how the speed goes and sound just like regular, but that would just take too long to the video in general. So I'm going to use the video controls, the speed portion, and I'm going to kick it up 618%, and then you can see what that looks like. Alright, so that speeds things up, but I lose the volume on that. So we're going to go back and add a little bit of tunage. I downloaded this Whistling Down the Road. It's one of the free, anybody can use it, don't have any parameters or anything that you have to add to it. I'm always sketchy about the copyright stuff, so I don't even like really doing music at all. But I'm going to drop that in there on a different type of timeline. And I know these 3 frames are my sped up one, so I'm going to go there, select it, and then I'm going to turn it off, and then we can watch it here. Okay, and so those are the 3 edits there. Also, another thing you could do is you can add text and so forth by just using what is it? You could use a title and drop a title down in there, but I'm not going to use any text. But anyways, those are the general 3 edits that I'm going to do. I'm going to go through each file and color correct them. This section is the only area that I'm going to do the sped up, and with the music, the rest of it's fine as is. And once I finish that, I think we're pretty much done. Okay, before I export this video, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick thumbnail. So I just slided the cursor around until I find it a single frame that I like. So I did this specifically while I was fishing because get that cool shot there. Then I'm going to export just that one frame, that still image. And that's going to be my thumbnail for this video. So I think I named it January 15th and change name to thumb. Alright, that's done. All the edits are done, the thumbnail's done, so all we've got to do is the last parts, which is export. And we're going to set for YouTube, so it's automatically going to convert it correctly. And we're going to name this one 1:15:17. I already started one there, and we just save it. And there it's going, it's exporting it. Basically, it's converting it into a language that YouTube will understand. So it's actually going to do this process, put it into a file folder that I have as all my final results go into. And then once that's done, I'm going to take that file and drop it into YouTube and upload it. So let's wait for this to finish. Okay, the exporting is done. So now that we have the file, we can go to YouTube in my channel and then upload it to YouTube. A lot of steps this video making. So go to my site. I stay logged in, so I don't have to do that. This little arrow here is for uploading. So I'm going to hit the upload and select the file. I have all my completed videos go into one folder called Final. And then I just have to look for the date, so the name, so it's 1:15:17, that's the one. And then it automatically starts the uploading process to YouTube. In the meantime, I could fill out all the metadata. So like I've got the title, in case a message, if I'm going to share it to these other channels, social media, the description box, all my different tags, as well as a thumbnail, which I did make, so I can do that real quick to show you. Need to go back up to my folder that I've got that in. Oh no, it wasn't in that one. Should be in this one. There we go. And that's going to upload that thumbnail. I'll go through, there it is, and I'll go through and fill all the rest of the stuff in. Okay, I've finished filling in all the metadata. you can take a look at it. So as a title I came up with was how to make a fishing YouTube video, final result. Then I also just copied and pasted that into my shared description, as well as posting it on the first line of my description. Then I went into detail what the video was about, both the editing part as well as just the fun fishing part on why and what I caught and so forth. Below that is just pre-filled in data that I have it set up so that every video I make has that already filled in. Same thing with a lot of the tags are pretty much all has quite a bit filled in, and then I add my specific videos information into those tags. Then I added a custom thumbnail that I chose and selected specifically for the thumbnail, and that's that, and loaded it. So this thing is still uploading, and then it also has to process, so another probably 5 minutes here, another 10-15 minutes on the processing, and then it'll be done. I'm actually not wanting to upload this video right away, since I have a couple videos to upload prior to this one. So I'm going to set this one to private. Okay, so nobody can see it. It'll be just sitting there, and then when I'm ready to actually upload it to make it available to everybody, I just choose public, and then I choose done, and then it'll send it out to YouTube world. But for now, I'm just going to keep it private, and plus I don't need to sit here and watch this screen. I'm just going to hit the done, and it's automatically just going to finish everything, set it as a private, and be done with it, so I don't have to deal with it anymore. So that's the total sequence on how to do a video. So hopefully that explains some stuff, maybe helped you out, maybe motivated you to make a YouTube channel. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video.